Few creatures in world mythology are as captivating as the phoenix. Described as a magnificent bird of fire and light, it is said to live for centuries before building its own funeral pyre, burning to ash, and then rising again, reborn in flame. To many, the phoenix is a symbol of immortality, transformation, and hope. But what if the phoenix is not only a metaphor? What if phoenix legends recall a real creature that somehow rose from ash? The earliest accounts come from ancient Egypt, where the Bennu bird was revered as a solar creature connected to the cycle of creation. It was said to shine with dazzling plumage and to perch on the sacred stone at Heliopolis at the dawn of time. The Greeks later transformed the Bennu into the phoenix, a bird that burned and renewed itself. Romans embraced the story, as did medieval Europe, where the phoenix became a Christian symbol of resurrection. Across Asia, similar beings appear. In China, the Fen Huang'e, radiant bird of virtue. In Japan, the Haiji. In Persia, the Sim. Cultures oceans apart described a fiery, immortal bird. Why? Nature itself may hold clues. Many birds have habits that could inspire such legends. Consider the ostrich or the heron, nesting in dry grasses. A sudden lightning strike could set the nest aflame. Two witnesses, might look as though the bird was consumed by fire and yet lived on, returning with new plumage. Think of volcanic landscapes, where ash and smoke fill the air. A bright bird rising through the haze might be remembered as one reborn from ash. Other creatures add to the mystery. The scarab beetle of Egypt was seen rolling the sun across the sky, born anew each day from dung. Cicadas spend years underground before emerging in swarms, leaving husks behind as if reborn. Salamanders, hiding in logs, were thought to emerge unburned from fire when the wood was tossed into flames. Could the phoenix legend have grown from similar misunderstandings? Real animals, mistaken for miraculous survivors of fire? But what if it was more than symbolism? What if there once existed a real bird with extraordinary adaptations? Some scientists have speculated about animals with heat-resistant feathers or skin, capable of withstanding flames briefly, much as extremophiles endure boiling water or radiation. Birds already show incredible resilience. Certain species thrive in volcanic regions, nesting on warm ash and hunting among sulfur vents. A creature adapted to fire might have lived long enough to inspire myths before vanishing from history. The cycle of death and rebirth also echoes real biology. Many animals regenerate parts of their bodies. Some species, like the immortal jellyfish, revert their cells to earlier stages, beginning life anew. Imagine if a bird had evolved a similar trait, shedding its body in a fiery display, only to return renewed. To ancient eyes, this would not be science, it would be miracle. Even fossils may have played a role. Early people often found the charred remains of giant birds, preserved in volcanic ash. The discovery of large, strange bones could have fueled the idea of a bird tied to fire and renewal. The giant moa of New Zealand, or the enormous eagles of prehistory, were big enough to seem legendary. Combine such bones with fiery landscapes, and the phoenix becomes almost inevitable. But beyond biology and fossils lies symbolism, and symbolism often grows from reality. The phoenix embodies cycles of nature, day and night, seasons, life and death. Fires destroy forests, yet from the ashes, green shoots return. Volcanoes obliterate landscapes, yet create new islands. Humans. The firebird was not just metaphor but memory, perhaps, of a creature that seemed to live this truth in flesh and feather. So what if phoenix legends recall a real creature that rose from ash? Then the myth is not mere fantasy but an echo of encounters with animals adapted to survive fire, or of sightings of brilliant birds in volcanic lands, or even of species now extinct. It would mean that the phoenix, like many myths, is born from a seed of truth, preserved in story long after the creature itself has vanished. And perhaps the phoenix still lives not in hidden jungles or icy wastes, but in the natural cycles around us. Fire consumes and life returns. Death takes, and new generations rise. The phoenix is real, not only as legend, but as a reflection of the resilience of life itself. And maybe, just maybe, one day we will uncover evidence of a bird that truly did rise from ash. leaving behind only a trail of fire and human memory.